Hello! In this video I'm going to show you how to make a refreshing, delicious, low-calorie and filling cold and savory miso soup called Hiyajiru, a specialty of Miyazaki Prefecture in Japan. Hiyajiru is a cooling dish which helps stimulate your appetite in hot weather. It's based on the manga Shirokuma Yakuza to Akujiki Hime by Hyougo Kijima. The title loosely translates to The Polar Bear Yakuza and the Bad Eating Habit Princess. You're probably wondering about the interesting manga title. Yukinari, the polar bear, is a member of a Yakuza gang and is tasked with watching over the Yakuza boss's daughter, Sayoko. On the first day the two met, Yukinari learns Sayoko doesn't live to eat but rather eats to live. She focuses on eating food that will make her feel full and give her the nutrients she needs rather than enjoying her food. She poured a bottle of green tea over rice for quick eating and to fill her stomach, drank vegetable juice for her nutrients, and ate pre-cooked and packaged chicken for her protein. Not once did she smile and enjoy her food, which a very perplexed and worried Yukinari noticed. Yukinari wanted Sayoko to enjoy eating and have a smile on her face, so he asked her to make the Hiyajiru with him. I'll show you how to make two slightly different Hiyajirus, one being Sayoko's and the other Yukinari's. You'll need 1 cup of uncooked rice, half a long cucumber, 3 cups of dashi, 1 can of mackerel in brine, 1 can of tuna in water, 2 shiso leaves, 1 tablespoon of miso, and 1 tablespoon of toasted white sesame seeds. I'll have links in the video description for where to buy the ingredients. First step, cook your rice. Next, we're going to grind the sesame seeds with a mortar and pestle like the manga. Grind the sesame seeds until it becomes a powder. If you don't have a mortar and pestle, I have a tutorial on how to crush the sesame seeds without them in my Gohei Mochi video, which I'll link in the description. Warning: while you're grinding the sesame seeds, your stomach is likely to growl in anticipation as you smell the enticing and savory ground up sesame seeds, just like Sayoko and I did, and it could be embarrassing if someone else hears the growling. For the cucumber, we start with cutting off the ends and rubbing the cutoffs with where it was removed from the cucumber. The reason we do this is to remove the bitterness from the cucumber. You'll want to keep rubbing the end cut and the cucumber together until it develops tiny bubbles on the both of them. Now we can start cutting the cucumber, about 1/8 an inch each slice. As I said earlier, you only need half a cucumber. For the other half, I wanted to copy a funny moment in the manga where Sayoko found a bunch of cucumbers still connected together in her bowl. It's a gag which tells us Yukinari can make delicious food, but his knife skills need improving. So you don't need to copy what I'm doing with the connected cucumbers, as I was doing this for fun and to stay true to the manga. Next, I'll chiffonade the shiso leaves. Chiffonade is a fancy word for slicing rolled up leafy vegetables into long and thin strips. First, I'll stack the shiso leaves on top of each other, the smaller one going on top. Next, I'll cut off the stems which stick out. You'll then tightly roll up the leaves. If you liked watching this video so far, subscribe and click the bell to be notified of more videos like it from us in the future. Using the bottom of your knife, which is likely the sharpest part, slice the shiso into 3/16 inch strips. Unroll the shiso leaves when you're done slicing. In a large bowl, add the ground up sesame seeds. Add the dashi next. You can use instant dashi if you'd like, but if you want to make it yourself, I made a dashi recipe video based on the recipe of the famous chef Sanji from One Piece, which I'll link in the description. Next, I'll be adding the miso into the soup by putting the miso on top of a strainer and slowly pressing down on it with a spoon while it's in the soup. The reason for this is it allows the miso flavor to evenly and easily spread in the soup, which won't happen if you put the whole chunk of it in the soup. If you're serving the Hiyajiru immediately, you can add ice cubes to the soup to bring down its temperature and make it taste refreshing. If you're serving it later, you can chill the soup in the fridge until it's time to serve. Add the sliced cucumbers and shiso strips to the bowl, then mix. Next, split the cooked rice into 2 bowls. In one bowl, put the tuna on top of the rice. The reason I'm using two types of fish is a child's taste versus an adult taste. While Yukinari enjoyed the flavor of the mackerel, Sayoko didn't, as the mackerel tasted bitter to her. To make it so Sayoko could enjoy the Hiyajiru too, he replaced the mackerel with tuna. Add the mackerel on top of the rice in the other bowl. When you're done plating the fish, you can ladle the soup and its contents into the rice bowls to finish making the Hiyajiru. Can't forget to add the connected cucumbers into Sayoko's bowl. I hope you enjoy making it and eating it too. Let's try Yukinari's and Sayoko's delicious and refreshing Hiyajiru. Start with Yukinari's bowl. Itadakimasu. Delicious. The rice has soaked up the dashi and the flavors meld well with the fish and cucumber. The crispness of the cucumber gives texture while eating it with a soft rice and fish to give a great mouthfeel. There is a slight bitterness to the mackerel, which I can see why Sayoko did not enjoy, but as an adult I do enjoy as it gives a slightly more complex flavor which adds to the tastiness of the dish. The shiso has a refreshing bright taste every time I bite into it and it acts like a palate cleanser for the next bite. Time to taste the soup. Super refreshing. As it is served cold, the soup tastes and feels great in the mouth. The savory ground sesame seeds adds additional flavor to the dashi, so you don't need to add salt or soy sauce to get the umami flavor prevalent in Japanese food. Time to try Sayoko's Hiyajiru. Itadakimasu. While it does have the tasty elements, when compared to the mackerel I feel the tuna is lacking by itself. For the best flavor, I recommend eating everything in Sayoko's bowl together. Hehe. I still do not know how Yukinari left this big piece of connected cucumber in Sayoko's bowl and not notice. Also, it took me more effort not to completely slice a cucumber than slicing it through. Hehe. Still, it was a cute and funny moment when Sayoko revealed the connected cucumber to Yukinari. I recommend reading this interesting, funny, and cute cooking and food manga. Follow Yukinari and Sayoko as they make and eat different foods at a variety of places. I really love Sayoko's thick eyebrows. It makes her especially cute with all her different expressions. Support the mangaka by buying the manga on Amazon Japan, which I'll link to in the description. Please buy the manga when it gets translated and available locally at your nearest bookstore or online as well. You can also follow the mangaka on Twitter, which I'll link in the description. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, see ya!